Here, that Germany fully subscribes to the notion of multipolarity. Last year, the federal government decided and endorsed our first national security strategy. And it clearly says, or in the preface of the Chancellor, that the 21st century will be multipolar. And later, are they competing with each other? Does one pole want to supersede the other? Will they enter into an arms race, spending billions of dollars, yuan, or whatever currency into the armed forces? Whereas it would be much more favorable to the prosperity of the people to invest this money into education, social welfare, and sustainable development, which does not harm to the basis on which our lives are funded. So that is very important, how the poles interact. The poles, I would say, have a very specific responsibility when it comes to deliver on peace, freedom, and prosperity, but also more precisely on the question of global warming, whether we will resist the further global warming, which is a danger to our to the livelihood on this planet. This is not a purely academic question. It is a question that we have urgently to deal with in these days, because as we see, one pole in our today's world has invaded its neighbor, has waged a full-fledged invasion against its smaller neighbor, has redrafted the borders to its own benefit, and the international community has given a clear response. 141 countries around this world have voted in the United Nations General Assembly, already repeatedly, have voted on a resolution asking that pole to withdraw immediately, completely, and unconditionally its armed forces from the territory of its neighbor within the international agreed and recognized borders. And the International Court of Justice has conveyed the same demand. But this pole has decided otherwise. It has not followed this clear demand of the international community. If we let that go, if we tolerate such behavior that poles can invade into the neighboring countries and that might makes right, we will enter into an endless series of wars around the world, because other poles will perhaps see themselves encouraged to do the same, and this will cause an endless series of suffering.